Morning, guys. Oh man, thank you guys so much for checking out the Chevelle video and how I got it. This video, I guess it's sort of a prequel to it. I guess I don't know. Before, after, I don't know. It's gonna be about that 78 that I traded for it. So, sorry, I got the 65 cold start this morning. It's been a while since it's ran. So yeah, that's 78. So I had been going to work, whatnot, been passing the shop, and I had noticed this truck just sitting out there. It was completely bone stock. I mean, it was a parts truck essentially. They yanked the motor transmission for another project. I don't know. And it was just sitting there. And I got a hold of a friend of mine. He worked for the sheriff's office, and he did a lot of like the title work and whatnot. And I was like, hey, over at the shop, there's this truck over there. Like, do you know anything about it? And he's like, let me find out. He's like, I'm good friends with him. Okay. So it is like, dude, he's like, $250, get it out of there. Like, sold. Like, I couldn't go to the bank fast enough. Go get cash out of my account. So went and did that, and I tried putting the pictures in the video. I wish I had more pictures. I know I have them somewhere, just not on this phone, unfortunately. So went and got it. I had to borrow wheels and tires to get it home because it didn't have any. So it sat in my driveway with no wheels and tires, just sitting on blocks, redneck, what do you do? And so I finally got some wheels for it. A good friend of mine ended up finding some. Had some tires laying around, mounted those up. And then my brother-in-law, his company was they were liquidating some stuff. So there was a 1990 Chevy pickup OBS. You can see it in the background of one of the pictures. I had pulled the motor and transmission. It was a 350. It was a 350 TBI with 700 R4, and I pulled it in the dirt. It was a fiasco, but man, it was so much fun. So I had pulled my cherry picker out there. I don't have a tractor. I don't have any of that, right? So put my cherry picker out in the dirt on the rocks. I gotta come along, put it on the bumper of that truck to the fence, and pretty much remove the truck from the engine. That's how that worked. So then I got the stuff, put it in the back of the 78. I got it all pressure washed, whatnot. Put it in the shed. It's all right, cool, Let's kind of take a look. Gaskets, all this and that. Because the truck ran okay. It ran fine. Pull the heads off. Of course, it's got ring ridge. I was like, man, dang it. So went and took that in and got that done. Bottom end rebuilt, had the top end rebuilt. Put flat top pistons in it. It was a 355, so it's 30 over. Just an RV2 cam, very small. The reason why I did that was because I wasn't gonna go carbureted. I was gonna keep it TBI because I was like, hey, that's kind of cool, kind of fun, I got all the stuff, you know what I mean? Eventually, I ended up getting a Edelbrock 600 for free, so I was like, okay, I'll do that instead. I already got an intake. I had to mill out the center floor bolts to fit the TBI intake, and like it worked out really well. Like I'm not a machinist, but it worked out pretty well, better than the last one that I did. So I did that, and then while that stuff was getting rebuilt, we went ahead and went into COVID lockdown or whatever, right? Wasn't really locked down in the country, but so I took the stimulus check, Trump's money, and I bought a loading kit for my truck. Yep. Ended up going through switch suspension down there in Arizona. Got a McGoy's kit. I think it was a 4.6 drop. I mean, pretty radical drop. And I think if I would to do it again, I would do the 2.4 drop instead, because I really liked how the truck sat without the engine and transmission in it. Once the engine and transmission got in it, like, that thing sat low. I hit the train tracks on the front suspension. Like, that's how low it was. So yeah, we put the engine in after we lowered it. Oh, the instrument cluster. I ended up buying that instrument cluster off of eBay. It's out of a 1-ton. I wanted the tack. I was like, dude, like, I like in-dash tacks. I don't like tacks hanging off the dash or the steering column or anything like that, Like, let's just clean this up. We're doing what we can. That seat came out of another 76 Chevy pickup. There's a whole nother story on that with my nephew's step-side short bed. Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, had the transmission rebuilt. My buddy Darren up in Caldwell. Amazing. Like I was just gonna put a shift kit in it, and he took it apart. He's like, dude, this is a freeway transmission. It is so bad. Okay, go ahead. Like, let's throw a shift kit in it, Corvette servo, and all that. So he did a fantastic job on it. Cleaned up the frame rails in the engine bay and whatnot. I did run the serpentine belt setup, as you can see in the pictures. I like the serpentine belt setups. They look so clean. Yeah. And then and then I had to put a windshield in it, put a floor in it. I don't think I got pictures of that. Yeah, I drove around for quite a while. I mean, it was fun. The exhaust I ended up getting from a friend of mine. It's actually out of a 4x4, so I had to cut it up quite a bit to get it be put in. It wasn't perfect, but I did it myself, and that was way cool. I was real happy that I was able to put this whole truck together pretty much by myself, other than the floor and the windshield and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't rebuild the engine, I didn't rebuild the transmission, but I did install them. What was really cool about this truck, I was talking to I think my buddy that worked at the sheriff's office and whatnot. He said that it was a school district truck for a local school here. I was like, dude, no way. I'm like, that makes total sense. Why the bed's all scratched up, but the front end's like not. And I don't know how I ended up with a little hole in the door. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, no. So it was a bone stock, basic model, like no power, nothing. Has manual brakes, manual steering, 3 on the tree, no dome light, radio delete. I mean, it was like a bare. I ended up putting a sway bar under it as well. I had to play with the front tire size. I finally got it to where I had run some like 225s, I think, what I had on it. I ended up just scabbing this thing together with what I got, man. Like, it was rough. It was rough. But yeah, so yeah, we got it together. I mean, I took it on a couple cruises, drove around for a couple years, and then you know, like I said on the Chevelle video, we found out we were pregnant, and I was like, okay, cool. So I went ahead and got that big for sale side, put a 1970 Chevelle on it, you know, looking for, you know, and yeah, no, I mean, it was a really, really fun truck. So I had the 700 R4, had the 308 gear ratio in the back, a 235/75 15-inch tire. So I really don't know what kind of mileage it got. I would say around 15, 16, something like that, if I were to guess. No, I had big ambitions for it. I was gonna put factory AC in it. I was gonna cut the dash and patch it and weld in one from, you know, the part of the firewall that came out of an AC truck, so that way it's all factory stuff. I like factory stuff, I really do. No, it was a really fun build. But again, like, okay, single cab truck, 2 car seats, 2 adults, something like that. That's not gonna cut it. So that's how we ended up with that guy. And yeah, no, yeah, it was such a fun build. You know, the square bodies are just so easy to work on. Man, I would do it again. If I could find another one really, really cheap, I would definitely do it again. So anyway, so yeah, I think that's all I can really remember on the 78. So yeah, check it out. I hope you enjoy it. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. This side's good. This side's solid. There's not a whole lot of rust in it. Rocker's just a little bit. And then a little bit in the bed. But it's mainly all surface rust. Nothing in the fenders, not really. Yeah, this rocker over on the driver's side. And then again behind the tire on the bed. So not too shabby.